Be careful. God is punishing us for our sins.
I apologize.
Excuse me.
Can I get something to eat and a place to sleep?
Aye, we've got some room left. And for how long?
I'd like to stay longer.
All right, but...
Let's talk about the price.
All right then.
Only because it's you.
Look, offer a bit more and we can make a deal. I knew we'd come to an agreement. Your bed's ready and there's some food in the pot.
Where can I find my room?
On the second floor, right across from the stairs. There's a green wreath on the wall there.
Havel, the owner of the local inn, I assume?
Put on your fucking tournament gear. Care?
Goodman Havel. May I?
You again. I'm the owner, you understand? I don't pour drinks for guests. Speak to the ale wench. Care?
Goodman Havel. May I?
You again. I'm the owner, you understand? I don't... Farewell.
Stay close to the others. It's not safe here.
Excuse me?
Bottles, pictures, vibes.
delicious, juicy. For the love of Christ.
I'm sorry.
What the hell? Quit your gaping.
I'd like to do something about that price.
Well, I suppose we can try.
Is this enough?
That's not enough.
Do we have a deal?
Look, offer a bit more. Aye, you'll convince me with that price. And take care.
Wonderful purchase.
Slowly. Nice and slow. Goodman Harville, may I?
Do I know you, good man?
No, I don't believe so. But I'd like to speak to you.
Aha! What can I do for you, good man?
When I asked where I should go in this city for good wine, your inn was recommended.
You've come to the right place. You won't find better wine in this city. Have you come from far away?
Very far, Goodman. I'm Henry, and I rarely hear my name spoken in my native tongue.
Mine has an unusual ingredient in it. Let's see if you can tell what it is.
I travelled around France.
Want to discuss the drink of kings with?
An invitation I can't refuse. Thank you.
Well, good man, how shall we begin our tasting? Ah, I know. How about a little white to begin with?
Excellent.
So, what do you say to that?
It has a sort of rectangular body and a light taste of something.
A rectangular body? Whatever do you mean?
Oh, that's just a saying we have. A sort of play on words.
I understand. Nevertheless, it's essentially a lighter wine. I like it because it's suitable for many occasions. When I don't know what to serve, I pull out a Moravian white. My father-in-law loves it. He'll be a blessed 70 years old this year, so I'm giving him a few casks to make his old age a little merrier.
That's very kind of you.
There's nothing but misers in this town. They wouldn't think twice about taking their own mother's last piece of bread. I'm not like that. Do I have money? Of course. But I don't hoard it. I try to make people around me happy.
And you're treating me to this wine. You're a real Samaritan. And like it says in the Bible, you give drink to the thirsty.
Anyway, let's have a cup of something else.
My thoughts exactly.
What shall we... Ah, I know. Let's have some red. How about a young Blaufränkisch from Austria? Or as we call it in Bohemia, Blue Frankovka.
From you, Goodman, anything. Pour away.
Quite a decent vintage.
Oof. Rather bitter.
Bitter, yes, but it is a young wine.
All right, but the colour. It's not blue at all, more of a purple. That doesn't seem right.
It's not supposed to be blue. The name is a reference to it not being as red as other wines. It's more a play on words.
Ah, forgive me. I've never heard of such a wine.
Don't worry. Nobody knows everything, except for my wife. If you've traveled so widely, tell me, in France, what wine do they appreciate the most? And I don't mean what wealthy nobility think, but what true connoisseurs like you and me appreciate.
Chardonnay, definitely.
But that's the type of grape. I mean the type of wine. I surely don't have to tell you the grape variety is only half the taste.
Well, it's hard to come up with something off the top of my head, but I do enjoy this variety.
Ah, well, never mind. Let's carry on.
What shall we have next?
Oof. I'm afraid I'm done. It's not quite sitting right with me.
Such an excellent wine.
Unfortunately. But feel free to stay in my tavern and have a few drinks.
Allow me to ask you one more question. I heard you get your supplies from the monastery vineyard.
And what of it? You're not a tax collector, are you?
No, I really am not.
I don't believe a word you say. So let's be clear, you sneak. My business with the monastery vineyard is all above board. Everything is set down in my ledger upstairs, and until I see your credentials, it's none of your business.
Don't get worked up. I'm not a tax collector.
I don't care. You're snooping around, sticking your nose where it don't belong. I've nothing more to say to you.
Beer for me.
Maybe I should go and take a look around his office. His ledger is bound to be interesting.
I'm sorry. You shouldn't be walking around by yourself.
Coming right up.
It's not safe here. I'd like a beer.
I heard about this fella who always got heartburn just before it snowed.
Excuse me.
Here it is.
I apologize.
Grüß dich.
Stay close to the others. It's not safe here.
Slowly. Nice and slow.
Go around. Anything you need.
Whoa.
Pretty good. The finest wares.
Welcome. Take a look around, but no funny business, eh? How may I help you,
What do you have for sale? Let's talk about the price.
Well, I suppose we can try.
What would you say to this?
That's more like it.
Satisfied?
Look, offer a... You see? Hope you'll be satisfied, my friend.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Fancy pair.
Nice and slow.
My respect. Schön, dich zu sehen.
I hope you find what you're looking for next time.
This is safe around here.
Easy, good horse. Whoa!
Milk? Cheese here?
Safe here.
What a beautiful horse.
Slowly. Nice and slow. Whoa, whoa. Goodman Harville. May I?
Do I know you, good man?
No, I don't believe so. But I'd like to speak to you.
Aha! What can I do for you, good man?
When I asked where I should go in this city for good wine, your inn was recommended.
You've come to the right place. You won't find better wine in this city. Have you come from far away?
Very far, Goodman. I'm Henry, and I rarely hear my name spoken in my native tongue.
Mine has an unusual ingredient in it. Let's see if you can tell what it is.
Saxony, Bavaria, and so on. The German states, basically.
Wonderful! It's not often I get the chance to talk to someone so well-traveled. It'd be nice to have someone to discuss the drink of kings with.
An invitation I can't refuse. Thank you.
Well, good man, how shall we begin our tasting? Ah, I know. How about a little white to begin with?
Excellent.
So, what do you say to that?
It's excellent. But otherwise, I don't really know what to say.
Ha! I like that. A wine connoisseur, and he doesn't know. It's essentially a lighter wine. I like it because it's suitable for many occasions. When I don't know what to serve, I pull out a Moravian white. My father-in-law loves it. He'll be a blessed 70 years old this year, so I'm giving him a few casks to make his old age a little merrier.
That's very kind of you.
There's nothing but misers in this town. They wouldn't think twice about taking their own mother's last piece of bread. I'm not like that. Do I have money? Of course. But I don't hoard it. I try to make people around me happy.
And you're treating me to this wine. You're a real Samaritan. And like it says in the Bible, you give drink to the thirsty.
Anyway, let's have a cup of something else.
My thoughts exactly.
What shall we... Ah, I know. Let's have some red. How about a young Blaufränkisch from Austria? Or as we call it in Bohemia, Blue Frankovka.
From you, Goodman, anything. Pour away.
Quite a decent vintage.
Yes, yes. A fine vintage. But otherwise, I don't have much of an opinion about this one.
How come? Shouldn't a connoisseur have an opinion on everything? You said you spent time in the German lands. What wine do the local connoisseurs rate highest?
Anything from the Steinberger vineyard in Eberbach Abbey. It's the largest vineyard in the Holy Empire. It's admirable how they have everything so organized, precise, and measured. Truly a joy to behold.
Yes, yes. The monastic brothers know what they're doing. I can confirm that. I have something from the local monastery as well. We should taste it. Well then, let's move on to the next one. After all that quality stuff, let's refresh ourselves with something simpler.
No, sorry.
Would you like a Hippocras?
Certainly. The better ones will go straight to our heads. And I'll admit, I do like it from time to time.
Nothing to be ashamed of. It's not easy to make a good Hippocras. Mine has an unusual ingredient in it. Let's see if you can tell what it is.
A good Hippocras. Well spiced, but it's so strong I can't even recognize your special ingredient.
It's mint. Right from my garden. It adds a certain freshness, so to speak. But there's something missing, wouldn't you say? It seems a bit bland to me. The cook must have forgotten something.
Ginger. It's missing ginger.
But of course. The cook told me they didn't have any at the market. You have a refined tongue, good man. I'll give you that. After that Hippocras, we should have something more high class. I've got a rare Hungarian wine from Eger. Very strong and very sweet.
Bring it on. This is no time for weak wine.
My thoughts exactly. So what do you think? Good, isn't it?
Very good.
For a wine expert, you don't talk much, eh? Ha!
Well, it's not easy, Goodman. You pour me such excellent wines with such overwhelming taste that I'm at a loss for words.
I drank this particular wine from Eger at a banquet held to celebrate the new city council. Hungarian government, Hungarian wine, and Hungarian delicacies. I was so looking forward to enjoying some nice Hungarian sausages or pate, but I ended up leaving disappointed.
How so?
They started bringing out melons, apples, plums, and all sorts of other fruit. And finally, they served fish. I don't eat fish, and fruit makes me burp. So I went hungry at a feast.
Well, that's very unusual. Fruit, fish, and red wine. Maybe it's some sort of Hungarian custom.
I was so disappointed that I wanted to make myself something at home to get rid of the taste. But I was so drunk that I fell asleep. The housekeeper woke me up, and what can I tell you? The porridge was charcoal, the kitchen was like a smokehouse, and I had egg on my face. Well, that's Hungary checked off the list. What's next?
How about something local? I noticed there were vineyards in Kuttenberg.
But of course, we have vineyards and grapes from Burgundy that Emperor Charles himself had brought in. The local vintners grow some fine grapes, but they're still learning everything that comes after that. The local stuff gets diluted a lot. They flavor it with all sorts of shit, or leave it for vinegar.
Don't tell me you don't have a drop of anything local that would be worth trying.
Well, there's the monastery secret. A wine from the Sedlets Monastery. My cousin Jerome is the custodian of the monastery vineyard.
Ah. Why is it called secret?
Taste it, and you'll see.
I don't have much of an opinion on it.
Don't you? Well, that's odd, because it's the best wine ever made here.
You may be right, but I've had a lot to drink this evening. So what's the secret?
I've heard the monks add a secret ingredient to the wine.
A secret ingredient? How do you know that?
Like I said, my cousin Jerome is the custodian of the monastery vineyard, and I handle their supply. Sometimes I bring food for the workers, new barrels, tools and the like.
Hold up.
And from time to time, I bring them a sealed crate which smells peculiar. Jerome didn't want to tell me what's in it, but when I insisted, he told me it's some kind of incense they burn in the barrels.
Really? I've never heard of such a thing.
Neither have I. But like I said, the chest was sealed and the whole thing is shrouded in secrecy.
A real monastery secret. What should we drink next?
I'm glad you like my wine. But that's enough tasting for today. After all, I've offered you everything worth trying, and now the wine is starting to go to my head. But you're welcome to stay in my tavern as long as you like. I have to say, I really enjoyed our chat. It's rare to meet someone who really understands wine.
I enjoyed your company a lot too. Nevertheless, I won't keep you, Goodman, and I'll bid you farewell.
Farewell, and if you decide to extend your stay in Kuttenberg, stop by for a drink again.
Definitely. God be with you.